Life is beautiful. You are live and the direct in the tube with Frank. Greetings, Frank. An honor. Once again, it's always a privilege to come here anyway, just to share my positive thoughts and interact with you and chat with you. It's a blessing. I get it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's a great opportunity. I rejoice in being able to review Pete's works and just put our attention on truth and things that like make sense, help us to get sorted and make sense of life and how do we move forward. It's a wild world that we're in, especially these times. So, we're learning how to walk so that we can just like make work to make an ascent,
Yeah. We are in the age of distraction. That's what we're in.
Yes.
The
Weapons
age
of mass distraction. Right?
Not the age of gold or the age of silver or the age of this, the age of that. It's the age of distraction. There's more and more distraction, and they will distract this, disease, this, track. You're on track to iron the vine. Well, distraction will take you out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So be very, very careful with where you put your energy, where you put your attention. But where you put your attention will guide your energy. But just where you put your attention. Because everything will be determined by where you put your attention in life.
Mm-hmm.
And on what and on who. And yeah. So yeah, PT is a great being to put your attention on.
That's for sure.
He can lead you to out of your boredom hell or whatever hell you're in, because I think that's the case for most. And also, they don't know that they don't know that they don't know that they're in hell. So it's like super Twilight Zone here. I'm telling you, this world, once you wake up, once you see it for what it is, and you have a greater perspective, be ready, because it's a freaking Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I'm bombarded with nonsense, with stuff that I wonder why humanity is doing this, and like, because there's no sense, and people have lost common sense. Like it's all like, even to reason here today, it's all common sense. We're using common sense, not something scripted. Like I was thinking about that too, the script. Anyway, we'll get back to this. Anyway, we're here to do today. We're gonna start with only one kind of seriousness. Is that it?
Yes.
The sérieux? Yeah.
Yes.
So, Frank, you're going to do the English, I do the French, and then we exchange together on the topic that we're reading.
That's it. All right. Only one kind of seriousness. Seriousness is not depression, graveness, solemnness, humorlessness, quietness, or many other nesses, as many tend to perceive. There is only one kind of seriousness, and that is care and concern for one's future, not just immediate future, or future till death, but all future existence in toto, beyond this life and death. A real concern about never ever getting into bad situations, ignorance, pain, entrapment. A being without this seriousness is a being without any base or foundation, and cannot be dealt with in any meaningful way. Such a life is a waste. No real learning or pleasure or bliss or evolution is possible.
Wow, this is big. So, seulement une forme de sérieux. Le sérieux n'est pas la dépression, la solennité, le manque d'humour, le silence et autres, comme beaucoup ont l'air de le percevoir. Il y a seulement un type de sérieux, c'est se soucier et se concerner de son futur. Pas juste le futur immédiat ou le futur jusqu'à la mort, mais le futur de l'existence dans sa totalité, au-delà de la vie et la mort. Une vraie préoccupation concernant ne plus jamais avoir à se retrouver dans de mauvaises situations, dans l'ignorance, la douleur, ou juste prise au piège. Un être sans ce sérieux est un être sans base ni fondation. Et ne peut être traité d'aucune manière significative. Une telle vie est un gâchis. pas de vrais apprentissages ou de plaisir ou de béatitude ou d'évolution, mais possible. That's big. That's big. There's only one kind of seriousness, just like you cannot be on the fence. You cannot be on the fence with your life because what you want to put your life on the fence. Like you want to be on the even that on the right side. You want to be on the good side, on the good with the good vibes. With the like, I don't want to use words that are too far off. Let's just stay at the basic good vibes. Okay, just try to reach a good vibe. Just that will be something. Okay, so and that is the seriousness you should have. You should have a very good vibe with yourself and really care about your future, not just future in 10 years, but what's going on right now. Because like Peter Tosh said, I'm a man of the past, living in the present, walking in the future. Well, you're permanently walking in the future, so you should care about it, about what's going on with the future. Not just sit in the moment and just be distracted, because if you're not on track, you're distracted. So simple. Traction. There's a word action in there. So track comes with. So it's not by not, and also if you stay at rest like this, you're gonna pay the cost of this too, because you're gonna be so low in vibration that not only you're very susceptible to bad entities taking over you and making you do things that doesn't make sense. I can make a list. The list would be long, but I think once you reach that kind of seriousness with your own being also, and you want to evolve in your bad habits, first of all, get rid of bad habits. We all have bad habits. We all have stuff that is killing us slowly, okay, because we're on the auto-destruction from birth, whether you want to see it or not. We're all deeply fucked up and compromised.
Yes.
And I will say it all the time. And no one on this earth is not. We're all trying to find our way. There's beings that have done more work than you. Maybe you should look up to those beings to end your depression, your solemnity, your le manque d'humour. You know how many people are that's something. People are so miserable. They have no humor. It seems like life is not fun because responsibilities and the matrix and all that stuff. So we lose even the sense of humor, to have fun with life, to rejoice, and as you get older, you might even lose it more and more because different situation in your life, maybe children took you out. Like I know they can make you lose a bit your track children, not in a way that, because you're going to be so busy and captivated bringing up those children and working to feed your family, that sometimes you can lose yourself in the process. It happened to me. I know what I'm talking about. And then you don't think, you stop thinking, you stop having humor, you start being depressed. Not depression, that clinical depression. Okay, this is, I think, something far more bad than the depression we're talking about here. We're talking about depression, the deep rest. Okay, the deep rest. That's one very, very potent L for many people there. And the deep rest will bring boredom. Like, you should not be at rest. You should be doing something, rejoicing, being joyful with life. You should be in full joy and beatitude, like he says, the blissful life and stuff. And the other emotion also that we could experience, like he says here, the beatitude, but people are trapped, just pris au piège, trapped in it's like they walk in a trap door, but they don't know it's a trap.
Yeah. Right.
So, Frank, it's on you.
Yeah, only one kind of seriousness. Yeah, I mean, people associate seriousness with not like I don't know, just some kind of bit that's you know, yeah, you don't get to have fun, you don't get to, you know, enjoy things. I mean, but what P is saying here is like, it's not like just so sterile, you know, it's not so, you know, isolated or incubated. It is actually caring for yourself. That's what is real love, you know. Like
Yeah.
love is serious, you know what I mean? And it's serious about caring for yourself, for your body, for your and all layers of yourself, right? Like emotional, spiritual, mental, physical, like all these layers, they require some maintenance, right? We have to nurture ourselves. We have to feed ourselves good food. You just think about all of our sensory input that we give ourselves is going to be affecting us on so many different layers. So if you know, we shouldn't be out there chasing every horror movie because you're imprinting stuff on your
You don't
conscious.
need to look for horror movies, Frank. You
You
go out in the world.
you just look out there, right? Yeah, it's out
Yeah.
there already. And so yeah, like P is saying, it's seriousness is care and concern for your future, not just for right now, but for the long term. So we gotta start planning, and we gotta start you know, implementing strategies for the long game. You know, it's not just about like, I want to feel good right now and today and sleep well tonight, but like I want to be vibrant up until my old age, and I want to be taking actions that is going to be, you know, preparing me to just like continue an ascending journey of like, I want to be of service to divine. Like divine has created everything here and has given us this opportunity to experience nature and life and free will and choice. So I want to direct my will, my free will, to like be on the team of divine and work to, you know, you know, become established in like the laws and the pure principles that are operating this system and this mechanism, like the divine system. And then I want to be a player on that team. You know, I want to like dance to the song and the joy of divine. You know, it's a real thing that we can all do, but it takes a learning attitude. You got to be willing to look at your life and be like, all right, I'm in whatever situation I'm in, you know, we are all find ourselves in a different place, and we have to start from there, you know. So
And you want to be a winner or a loser? Like, gamble with God, good chance you end up a winner. Gamble with
yes,
the devil, good chance you end up losing. But if you want to try, it's your thing. Like
right,
me, I prefer gamble with God, honestly. I'll put
yes,
everything on God and the divine, and yeah, because I know He will not deceive me. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's happening in real time. The blessing, I feel it every day.
mm-hmm.
Just being alive and being blessed with the truth and the seeing, having a greater perspective, just that's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
The rest,
Yeah, and the gambling with the devil kind of thing is like that temptation. They prey on your senses. They're like, oh, I can give you a short-term satisfaction. I can give you
yeah,
something. It feels like you're getting something for nothing, you know? Like I can get some instant gratification, or
instant gratification. I was gonna say it.
that's never
Yeah,
actually the long game. You know, we want delayed gratification. We want to
yeah,
actually build our you know, our disciplines for ourselves. We want to build our longevity and that kind of trajectory. But yeah, like P's saying, a real concern is we don't ever want to get into bad situations, pain, confusion, entrapment, ignorance, and we have to have this seriousness. Like, no, and we have to. It is like we've said many times before. You know, we can't change all of our evil ways overnight, you know,
no,
because we've actually put them into practice our own selves,
oh
whether
yeah,
we have are knowing what we're doing or not. So we've worked to get into very deep darkness, but and we have to work that much harder. And actually, we have to work that more than we've worked to get into darkness. We have to work even that much more to get out. So it's like it's not an insurmountable a mountain, but it is work, and we just have to be ready for it, and so it's
because it's just not something you're used to. You're used to be distracted. You're used to eat bad food and
right.
comfort food, and you used to be in a comfort zone, very uncomfortable. But now it's time to move out of there. That's it. Time to
Yeah.
move out the uncomfortable comfort zone and reach higher heights, with your life, with your being, with your conscience, with your brain. I don't know how you want to call it. Your head. What's in your head? Light it up. Like,
Yes.
sometimes the words can be it's just we need to put the switch on. The switch is off.
Yeah.
Switch is off. Turn it on, and leave that fire on. That self-sustaining fire we were talking about, which is the heavenly state of mind, heavenly bodily, heavenly everything. So
log in.
Keep logging in. Log in. Put reason with life and the trees and the breeze and the everything, and the people of this earth, man, have fun and real fun, like PHUN, like PT said. There's the difference having fun FUN and PHUN. Like there's a difference. Sometimes we gonna say words that are spelled exactly the same, but doesn't signify the same. So same thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's many words like that. Next is the fear. The fear.
Yes, the fear.
Maybe I'll let you go on with the fear. Then what is the body for? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's
okay. So the fear.
Yeah, the fear. People have no fear of their self directing their life, no matter how many bad situations the self leads them into. But there is immense fear of being directed by a higher force, being, or divine. On the highway of life, they are ready to crash the car any number of times and reach dead ends after dead ends, rather than giving the steering wheel to someone who knows the way and how to drive.
The fear of Jah, the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
Simple. La peur. La peur, les gens n'ont aucune peur de leur souhait qui dirige leur vie. Peu importe combien de mauvaises situations le souhait les fait rencontrer. Mais il y a une peur immense d'être dirigé par une force, un être supérieur ou le divin. Sur l'autoroute de la vie, ils sont prêts à avoir un nombre incalculable d'accidents et d'attendre impasse après impasse, d'atteindre impasse après impasse, plutôt que de laisser le volant à quelqu'un qui connaît le chemin et qui sait conduire. Yes, definitely. The fear of Jah, the beginning of wisdom. If you don't fear God and his judgment, or the divine and his judgment, because everything is recorded within you. That's why you have a brain. You probably can tap in at any time. You're because if we're all from the same source, like we all come, nothing comes out of nothing as far as I'm concerned. So we come from some kind of source. Someone has, again, I was having this reasoning with Kim the other day. Where is the divine? Where is that source? Where is it? Like physically, where is it? Because if there's a creator, if there's something that created this realm, thought about the dream of life and everything, signify that it's eternal, the source. It's eternal. Like it didn't change God 200 years ago from now. So it's the same creator from day one on this earth. So what is it? So it's not in human form, because you cannot live millions and billions. I don't know how long this earth have been existed, but you cannot live that in human form. So what kind of form is it? So what is it? It's don't tell me it's just an orb floating in the sky. Like there's gotta be. And Kim told me, she said, you will never understand it. It's beyond your comprehension. It's beyond what we can even grasp or overstand or understand the magic of creation, this creational science. I think it's so magnificent. It's crazy when you look at it and you start changing your perspective and you realize that yes, there is a force creating everything. And is there stuff being created in real time? Like, is there new species arriving on Earth that the divine decide to make from one day to another? Like, if the divine is there and is alive, why he stopped creating stuff? Like, what he decided, he created the Earth and then starting to rest, go in a deep rest. So they're always in motion, in action. The divine forces. Maybe there's new species. Sometimes we kind of discover new stuff on Earth.
Yeah, who's to say that it can't keep on, becoming something?
And there's new human coming to Earth, and so I know we make them together. We mate and we procreate.
Right.
But where is the creator? That's a good question. It shouldn't be that far. Like, they're not in a fucking 5,000 pound away from us. Like, imagine it's a big flat plane and there's a pound of existence. I don't know.
Right.
They have to be within our realm of existence, within the stars. Anyway, this is mind-blowing stuff anyway. That was just what I was reflecting on the other.
It's a deep question. It'd be fun to bring P on that.
Yeah.
See what the Vedic thing says on it.
See what Vedic says. Like, okay, and I just don't want an answer like, oh, he's in the upper realm. No. Like, I can imagine that already myself, but really something that I can attach a physical thing to it. Like, in what kind of form is it? Because the Bible and all those religious people tells us men have been created in the image of God. I don't think so. I don't think so. Then what? God is in the image of man. So, like, what? God is a man? Yeah, I know we're all God and goddesses. We're all from that same source.
Right.
But where is the main source? What is
what
is God or the divine? Like, in what form is it, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, super science fiction stuff. But it's not science fiction. But it sounds so like, or maybe it's a giant. I don't know.
Well, I think it's multifarious. Like there's a pretty sure an endless amount of forms it can come in. I mean, I know the Vedic thing is that there have been many avatars, and the avatars are
interesting. What you're saying there, okay?
Yeah, and the form of divine comes to Earth at different times to intervene and kind of like change the story of what's happening based on the needs of the time. So it there's so
I get what you're saying. So you're telling me that there's literally chosen people.
I mean, yeah, I think so. And people choose themselves too. Like everybody can kind of like change and decide what they're going to do as their character, in this game. But
anyway, it's mind-blowing stuff. When you start reflecting on that kind of stuff, where is it? Like, what is the creation, science, and the...
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. I know. That's why the Vedic is so fascinating. It has a lot of different stories that explain
so mystical
what's going on. Mm-hmm. It is, isn't it?
It's mystical, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, next, La Peur. We did...
Well, hang on, just real quick before we have.
Did you said something on the?
Not yet. Yeah. So the fear, this whole piece is so true because so many people are, they're ready and willing, like P says, to drive the car of their life, but then just like run into a wall, crash. I mean, if you can imagine your own self blindfolded, earmuffs over. You have something stuffed in your mouth so you can't speak. Okay, that is you in a sense in terms of actually being awake or not, to the reality of life. Because we each have a level of consciousness and awareness. Most who are on this plane at this time are blind, deaf, and dumb to actually what's going on. So you're going to take a being, which is yourself, and you're just going to put that blind, deaf, and dumb being in the in the driver's seat, and you're going to be a passenger. That's what your spirit is. Your spirit's a passenger in the car with somebody who is basically they can't really see what's going, and so you're just gonna hope that they don't run into a ditch, but they obviously do. That is that is the troubles we run into all the time because we don't know where we're going, but if we can actually be like, okay, I'm gonna take the blindfolded, ear muffed, and mute person out of the driver's seat and put somebody or ask somebody or whatever, right? Get someone who I can, go on this ride with of life, who knows how to drive, who knows actually, they have the divine GPS and they can take us to the place where we can, re-up. They can take us to the place where we can, get what we need to, go to the adventure. They can take us on the adventure that's actually gonna bring us somewhere where we want to be. Then that is, us being able to basically be humble and, give that steering wheel of our own free will to, divine. So
in English, they call it a driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
Driver's license.
License. Like, do you
in
know?
In French, they call it a permis de conduire. A permis de con. Permit a fool.
Yeah, a con permit. You're permitted to con, right?
You're permitted to con. T'as un permis de conduire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're allowed to drive like a fool, like an idiot,
right?
Like a con.
That sounds dangerous to me.
It is dangerous. And that's really what's happening. Like you said, people are taking the wheel blind and deaf and no sense of where they're going, but they still want to drive their life. It's insanity.
You should be that's a real fear. You should have fear of
that. Exact. But I don't know, for some reason we think that's, I don't know, we're programmed. We're like robots in society.
And like what the thing P says too, like whenever you're actually like starting to discipline yourself and become more aligned with divine, the only thing that's going to get hurt is your ego because you have to change.
Yeah.
So we might be afraid to look different to other people because we're like, oh, I don't want to have to explain myself, or I don't want to have to look different or like come apart. But that's and what is that? That's nothing but a mental construct, the ego bit, So we just have to let go of that fear.
Oh, yes, it's to let go of the fear for sure. There's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's false evidence appearing real.
Yes.
So next is the fear. The fear is one thing that they use also a lot. What is the body for, Frank?
Yes.
Can you tell us that?
Let's hear what P has to say. What is the body for? There are many people on this planet doing many strange things with their body, twisting and turning it about, putting all kinds of substances in it, treating it like a rental car without ever asking the basic question, what is the body for? The body is like a bow to the arrow that is the soul. The DNA in your genes is the slinky, which shoots up your soul at the moment called death. Just like an airplane requires adequate velocity, speed, to take flight, in the same way, the soul requires adequate velocity, faster than speed of light, to break through the matrix of this plane. So if one does not train one's body and DNA to do that through praise and service to divine, it is the waste of a body. Goes without saying, one gets a worse model each time one misuses.
Wow. À quoi sert le corps? Il y en a beaucoup sur cette planète qui font beaucoup de choses étranges avec leur corps, qui le tournent et tordent dans tous les sens, qui le remplissent de tout type de substances, qui le traitent comme une voiture de location sans jamais poser les questions basiques à quoi sert le corps. Le corps est comme un arc pour la flèche qui est l'âme, l'ADN, dans vos gènes est l'amplitude qui tire votre âme au moment de la mort. Yeah, that's very interesting. I have something for that. Exactement comme un avion requiert une vélocité, vitesse pour s'envoler, de la même manière, l'âme requiert une vélocité adéquate, plus rapide que la vitesse de la lumière, pour sortir de la matrice de ce plan. Donc, si un être n'entraîne pas son corps ADN à faire cela, en louant, servant le divin, c'est le gâchis d'un corps. Cela va sans dire qu'une personne obtient un modèle pire à chaque fois que cette personne en fait un mauvais usage. I like the thing he says, about the DNA on fire, and that's really like an airplane. You can take off from a landing strip if you don't have velocity. So your vibration, your state of vibration will affect how you process also your coming death. Like if you're in fear of dying, your whole body will feel it. Then you might not end up where you want after. But if you have no fear of dying, like honestly, I have no fear of dying at all. At all. Like I know it's inevitable, it's gonna come one day, but I have fear of not living.
Yeah,
definitely. I have fear of not living. Fear of dying, I don't have that. Like, come on. But that's what they program the masses with the most, is the fear of death too. That's why everybody ran a few years ago to get their stuff being put in.
Right.
The fear of death. So I gotta be careful what we talk about on YouTube. Like, we all know we can read in between the lines. I don't need to like.
Yeah.
If we want to keep the Truman Show alive, gotta be careful with the stuff we talk about here, especially when it comes to medical stuff. It's very, very supervised.
Yeah.
By the cabal. They want only their stuff to go out, of course. But definitely, it's you have to put that soul on fire. You have to put that being on fire, sustain that fire till death. Like there's not a moment where I plan in life for the future to end up on a rest. I'm not resting no more until it's time to rest. The thing is, we have it so inverted. Your time to rest will be when you're dead. Okay, that's when you rest. You don't rest in the deep rest while you're alive, but we have it inverted. So we're on the deep rest alive, and when we're dead, well, maybe we come back alive because we come back to Earth.
Right.
in the worst situation. So maybe the goal is really exactly to end up into an upper realm and a different look. Like I said, if the divine is there up there somewhere, or we know there is stars, there is activity up there, there is action. Like there's nothing still up there. Everything moves, everything flickers. Like seems to be life up there. Not the same kind of life as here, not in human form, but there seems to be life up there when I look. It's common sense to think that when you look with the proper eye, with scrutiny, and you don't take everything that they tell you for cash, and you look with your own eyes. Wow, you're gonna realize that maybe there's something above. Maybe there's somewhere you can go after you're dead. I don't know. But I prefer gamble with God again on this topic than gamble with the devil and be on a deep rest and rest all my life, because that's what the devil wants. He wants you on a deep rest. So you are not putting that soul on fire, and you are not evolving, and you stay dormant, dead, and like a muggle all your life with no magic. Basically, that's, and they want a slow death for you, so they're gonna inject you with all kinds of chemicals, bad food, and shit, and like just crazy shit. Anyway, so all this to suppress your DNA, also, like that DNA has to be preserved. I'm thinking, so be careful what you ingest, because what you ingest might be susceptible of changing that DNA a lot. That's why they modified food and genetically modified food, and then you eat this, and Also, it just goes right through, no effect. I don't think so. So,
Right.
plastic watermelon. Like, they make plastic watermelon now, I heard. It's so fucking
Oh,
funny.
geez.
Plastic eggs. And, like, again, you have to take and leave. Like, it's not always... There's a lot of fear monger out there.
Right.
So use scrutiny. But yeah, definitely the soul should be put on fire and until the moment of your death, and not be in fear, because also that will prevent you from dying in regret, dying in fear, and no vibration. You don't want to die in low vibration. I want to die with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I will die with a smile. People will cry. I will freaking laugh. That's what I want. If I have the strength to laugh, I will laugh. Definitely. I don't know if maybe I'll die in my sleep or something. I don't know.
Who knows,
But
right?
who knows what's going to happen? But if I have a chance before I pass to laugh, that's how I'm going to freaking laugh.
That'd be nice.
Oh, fuck yeah. Definitely. So that can be a good transition, and maybe we do a transition after, who knows. But again, I prefer gamble with this than not gamble at all and be on a deep rest. So it's always a gamble, no matter what. That's what I've realized. It's either you gamble with God or the devil.
Right.
One will deceive you, definitely. One will not.
Right.
But it's delay gratification, like you said.
Yes.
So you might not win the lottery or all those stuff that Babylon put in your face, but you will gain in a lot of high vibration and stuff. Nothing will be given to you on a silver platter and say, hey, here's your dream manifested for you. It's not how it works. You have to do the work. And he will play with you and do the work if you're willing to do the work. You got to get out the deep rest with that. Like you said, it's time for action. It's definitely use that body for something great, something good, something that the humanity also can enjoy. Like your voice will reach a certain amount of people, my voice. That's why it's important to come out and speak and let ourselves be heard. Heard? Let yourself be heard. You heard?
Yes.
So that's it, Frank, Tonya.
Yeah. What is the
Maybe
body?
we'll finish with this one today because we're getting close to our deadline. But
sure.
That's after Le Serment de l'Évolution. Yeah, maybe we'll finish with this one. The other one is
it'll be good.
Serment of Evolution.
It'll be great to start with the vow.
Yeah, that's it. The vow, the vow to evolve or something.
Yeah. But yeah, what is the body for? I love this P-log, and it's a great bit that like the Vedic really shows in a very detailed way, how we can transform ourselves, our consciousness through proper use of the body. And yeah, like just coming back for just a moment to the fear, like we don't have to, or it's unnatural to blindly give your will to just anybody for the steering wheel. For the steering wheel of your life, if you're gonna, kind of let somebody take that seat at the helm or the driver's seat, it should be somebody who you can see and you have maybe tested what they said yourself, and you've worked to divine up your own intellect to be like, all right, does this make sense? And so, like, for instance, to have a guru or a leader like P being able to follow his advice, his direction, it doesn't mean that we just say, oh, all of a sudden, like, I'm not going to question or I'm not going to do any. No, you start implementing the thing. Okay, it's an experiment. I'm going to make, okay, I'll try this vegetarian diet. I'll try connecting with nature. I'll try taking some awareness over my posture and over my speech, and let's see what happens, and then you start to notice through your own experience, you gain your own subjective experience. Okay, does this work or does it not? You are a witness to your own consciousness through these practices. And then you see, is it taking me somewhere actually more pleasant, am I having a lighter feeling, a more connection with the elements, with nature? And when you start to feel that, that's you can really want to. It makes sense, it makes you feel like, oh, this things are starting to get better, and for everyone, it's not like everyone has to have the same driver in their seat, but we just don't want to be so blindly going places, because when you do and you experience like the pain and the hardship that comes from confusion and ignorance and stuff, like no one likes to experience that. That's tough. It's really unpleasant. And so it is a natural thing for all of us to want to move toward some happiness, some real pleasure, some truth, some bliss, some positive experience, because it's great, whenever we all get to smile, and it's a real smile, and it's a real, actually, like, it's coming from an authentic place of like, feeling something good, and not just feeling, but actually, experiencing, the bliss. There's so many different things that divine has, that we get to experience, that we get to see, that we get to taste, all of our senses, to hear, to taste, to smell, to feel, to all these kind of things. There are so many facets that are on the divine trajectory, that all of these things, they just keep spiraling up. The more that we get to learn how to eat good food, the more that we get to hear sounds that are real love, uplifting and positive, or just the sounds of nature, even like the bird song, all those things, like even those little things, they're just so uplifting. So
the breeze, sound of the breeze,
the sound of the elements, right? The sound of the fire and the water, like you hear the river or the ocean waves crashing, or
the leaves falling with the wind, and
like all these things are very uplifting,
mystical.
Mystical. And then we come back here to this: what is the body for? So in this life, we have the opportunity to use the suit. This is a kind of a machine that has been created by divine, that has all these different possibilities in it, especially how we use our speech, which actions we're going to choose to take. And so in the long game, we're working to, like mold with, like a potter's wheel. We're working to mold our consciousness and our spirit in a way that we want to be of service. We want to be, just willing to, like, play the game and take actions for the divine team, because that's really going to help us. Like, I mean, it's just so, like you said, it's mystical, it's magical, it's fun, it's rocking, and it does take work and it takes effort, and we have to show up, we have to log in day after day. But what else are you going to do? What are we here for? What is this body for? It is to log in and divine up by doing positive works,
And
so.
the more you do it, the more momentum you gain, okay? And the momentum is very important, because that's what will create the speed of light, velocity at your moment of death. Is how much momentum have you gained with your life, all your life, to put that soul on fire. But also, speed of light is very interesting, and he mentions that here. And this, we all pretty much seen Flash Gordon, episode of Flash. I remember liking it back in the day.
Yes.
Flash used to walk, like, travel at speed of light. And he used to travel in time or something. I don't remember exactly, but exact. So I think it is just maybe possible to put that speed of light within yourself and exactly stop time. Because when you reach the speed of light, I know, again, this is stuff that they say, speed of light. I can recognize the speed of light, because the time it takes to reach me, it's like instantaneous. Like, there's no delay. So there's no time with speed of light. So probably if you reach the speed of light, you can stop time. Okay? And really, really be still. at that moment to really exit this time matrix, because that's all about time here.
Right.
Here, they want to capture your time, your essence, your focus, your attention, but that is your time.
Right.
The time of your life, that's what they want. That's why they make you work like freaking dogs all your life until you're freaking 68. Here, it's 68, man, the age of retirement. 68.
What do you have left after that?
What do you have left? 68. I'm 52, man, in their fiction of time. And I'm like, 68? That's crazy. Crazy. So that's what they want. They want your time here on earth. If they wouldn't want that, they would make people retire at 50 and enjoy life. Or 45 and enjoy life.
Yeah.
While you still have your youth in you and your energy and your vitality and your stamina and stuff. But no, that's not the way society wants it. And the people in power. So definitely they want your time. But if you're capable to keep a momentum with your life work here on earth, and again, it's hard to do it sometimes because it seems like no one cares. I get it. But you're not doing it for necessarily the people of the earth. You're doing it for higher and divine, like you're on higher and divine payroll at this point. You're not on the payroll of the society. So you go on the higher and divine, and that will make you gain more momentum. But I think it's all about the momentum that you are able to create love with your life, with your self-sustaining fire. And that can, the more you log in, like you say, the more the fire, the more you put log on the fire, listen, you're going to have a bigger fire. Like, that's common sense. So the more you log in, the higher your fire goes, the more your momentum kicks in, and you're gone. And you're gone. You're not even going to care at one point what people think and the fears and this and that. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for higher and divine to evolve, for us to evolve. So as long as your actions are good and your intentions are pure and divine, like, gain momentum day after day. It's a constant battle. Like, the battle is real, man.
Yeah.
People, they don't see the battle. They don't even know there's a battle. But the battle is freaking real between evil and good and evil. And it's within yourself. So once you start clearing that battle within, and you realize that the battle's already won, that you don't have to go fight, it's already won. You're just not seeing it. But then more momentum comes, and you start to focus more on your dreams, on your aspiration, on you having a better vibe in the world, be more kind and compassionate, because now you have a larger vision of the bigger picture. So you should have exactly. Frank, 9:10, we're out. We made it exactly at the mark, not the mark of the beast. Even so crazy, all that stuff. Man. Now I've seen that in UK now they want to like make the digital ID mandatory or something, or you can't work if you don't have like.
Wow.
But that's another thing. That's the thing I wanted to bring you about. Maybe next time we're together, it's the scripture and the script and the movie we're in, and the script. If we're in the movie, because it feels like it, they live the movie. I'm in it every day, especially with the dark goggles. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to this.
Yeah, we'll wrap on it. That sounds fun.
That's it. Frank has to go, so we're out. Okay, so large up, bless up. Stay alive.
Happy Navratri to everybody, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, see you next Moon Day, and stay alive, stay focused. Have good energy and spend it where it's useful for your evolution.
Yes.
Boom. All right. See ya.
Peace.
And stream.